I rented an Airbnb for a weekend, but every night at exactly 2:17 a.m., someone kept unlocking the front door with a key. I rented an Airbnb for a weekend work trip because it was more affordable than staying in a hotel. The property had hundreds of 5-star reviews, so I expected everything to go smoothly. However, on my very first night, I woke up at exactly 2:17 a.m. to the sound of someone unlocking the front door with a key. The doorknob turned, but because I had locked the deadbolt from the inside, the door never opened. After a few seconds, I heard the lock click again, and whoever was outside simply walked away. The next morning, I messaged the host to ask if anyone else had access to the property. He quickly replied that it was probably just noise from the neighboring houses and assured me that I was the only guest staying there. His explanation didn't make much sense, but I decided to stay one more night. At exactly 2:17 a.m. the following night, the same thing happened again. This time, I quietly looked through the peephole and saw a man standing outside with a key in his hand. He unlocked the door, tried to open it, realized the deadbolt was engaged, locked the door again, and calmly walked away. He didn't seem frightened or in a hurry, which made the situation even stranger. The next day, I bought a small motion-activated camera and placed it facing the front entrance. That night, the camera captured the man walking directly to the house as if he knew exactly where he was going. He used a key to unlock the door, attempted to enter, failed because of the deadbolt, locked it again, and quietly left. I immediately sent the footage to the host. Instead of replying with a message, he called me and sounded genuinely alarmed. He admitted that before purchasing the property, the house had been rented to the same tenant for nearly 8 years. The previous owner had died unexpectedly, and the house was sold before the former tenant realized it had changed ownership. The host believed every spare key had been returned, but it turned out the former tenant had unknowingly kept one. The police later contacted the man, and his explanation matched everything shown in the video. He worked night shifts and honestly believed the house was still his home. Whenever he returned to town, he would stop by late at night, unlock the front door with his old key, discover that the deadbolt had been locked from the inside, assume someone was temporarily staying there, and quietly leave without disturbing them. He had no idea the property had already been sold and turned into an Airbnb. I checked out later that day, and the host told me he immediately replaced every lock in the house. Although I left a positive review because the host handled the situation responsibly, I ended it with one piece of advice for future guests: always lock the deadbolt before going to sleep.